Hey everyone, welcome to the West Dakota Dad. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have the time or are able to do so, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, rating, review, whatever it is. It really helps me to reach out to more and more people. And of course, I'm a very grateful person for that. So this is episode number 52. That means for the last 52 Monday mornings, I have released a new episode of the West Dakota Dad. And it's, I can't believe it has been an entire year already. My very first episode I published on YouTube was October 26th, so about a week from now, actually, which makes sense because that will be episode 53. But anyways, 52, that's a year's worth of episodes. And my very first episode, like I was saying, I posted on YouTube, which ironically I think is still my most viewed episode. So I don't know what that says about the rest of my episodes, but maybe it's because that was one of the only places you could listen to it. So everyone filtered to there, where now it's so dispersed everywhere. But that's what I'm hoping anyways. But yeah, it's been crazy. I can't believe it's been a year already. I started this whole podcast because I wanted a new hobby. And since, with COVID and everything, being kind of stuck at home, not getting to do my other hobbies as much, I wanted to do something new. And being so excited with what I was learning in church and through various emails with my pastor, I wanted to be able to share that with other people, but I didn't really know how to. And so this was a little avenue for me to be able to do so. I also love listening to podcasts, and a lot of the shows that I listen to, you can tell that they're just having a blast getting to sit down and just talk. And I find it very entertaining to listen to these conversations. A lot of times they're very funny. A lot of times they're very informative. But whatever it is, it's just really interesting or inspiring to hear what other people have to say out there. And so I knew that this would be something that I wanted to do as well. I'm not going to lie, it would probably be a little bit more fun if I had guests or a co-host or friends to chat with while I was doing this. And it would probably be more entertaining for you as well. So I apologize for me not getting around to that, but that would also take a lot more coordinating and everything to get that underway, and more equipment as well. So which is something I don't really have in the budget for at this time. But another reason why I started this was I wanted to be able to, like I said, share my faith. I wanted to be relatable to people. I wanted to share my experiences with being a husband and a father. And this was an excellent way to be able to do that. Another reason why I thought I was able to do this is because I really enjoy telling stories. Hence my experiences with being a father being some of my more popular ones. Well, before being a father, I still love telling stories. As a matter of fact, back in college, we had this male beauty pageant called the Mr. Blue Hawk Beauty Pageant. Blue Hawk being our mascot. And so I decided to do it, and it was really fun. Some guys took it to the extreme, and they would, for the formal wear, they would dress in a prom dress, and swimwear, they'd wear one piece. And then the talent, it was kind of like a talent show in the end, all entertainment based kind of thing. So it was a lot of fun. I participated in it, but I didn't know what to do for my talent. Well, my friends said that you're really good at telling stories. We love to listen to you tell stories. So why don't you tell a story? And I said, oh, that sounds fantastic. But I had no idea what I was going to say. So like, well, tell about your first kiss. And I said, okay, but I didn't think I'd be able to fulfill the time requirements by telling a first kiss story. So I decided to do this whole, I called it story time, but it was kind of almost a stand-up routine of why I was scared of women. And you might actually be able to find this on YouTube. I'm not 100% sure. If not, I will see if I can remember exactly how I did it, and I will save it for another episode of my whole routine I did for the Mr. Blue Hawk Beauty Pageant. And so even though I had practiced a ton for doing that, I thought to myself that nobody was going to like this, because you practice in front of the mirror over and over and over. You don't know if they're going to like it. But I did it. It was nerve-wracking. It was way out of my comfort zone, but I did it, and I had pretty good success with it. As a matter of fact, I took second place. So, pat on the back right there. But yeah, like I said, I'll have to share that with you another time. But so I knew that I was going to be able to tell stories. The only difference between doing that and this is, one, I had a lot of time to prepare for one routine. And then I would get instant gratification back from the crowd, which is probably even more nerve-wracking. Compared to this, I practice for about a week, I produce, and unless someone reaches out to me personally or sends me a message, I have no idea what people think. I get a lot of comments and stuff, which is really nice and rewarding, but yeah, it can be a little bit stressful at times, or nerve-wracking, I should say. Some lessons I have learned from doing a podcast was, one, it's not quite as easy as it looks. Some people might say it's absolutely easy. All you got to do is point, shoot, and talk. But there's a little bit more to it. There's a little bit of editing, which editing does not come easy to me, hence why a lot of my episodes seem to be kind of a raw cut. It takes some patience. Finding time to do it can be frustrating. Not only that, but it can be frustrating when you have too high expectations and you don't quite get the results you were hoping for. Sometimes, like since I'm doing this solo, that has its own challenges. So therefore, there's no conversation, so I have to be kind of organized in my thoughts. And not only that, oh man, I'm saying that again. I just realized it. I'm saying not only that again. I need to eliminate that from my vocabulary, because I'm sure there's some people that are tallying it up. But there's quite a few challenges when it comes to doing a podcast. So if you're listening and thinking about doing a podcast, just know that's some of the things that I wasn't expecting, or lessons I should say, learn from. There are some things that I have that I didn't expect that I'd like to share with you. And these are a little bit more, I guess, positive on the sense, because I really do enjoy doing this podcast. One thing I did not expect was my dad to reach out to me, which I shouldn't say reach out to me because we do talk regularly, but he talked to me about Jesus in a sense. We had a conversation, I had mentioned it before, that he had opened up and he had talked about it. And for all it's worth, this podcast, if that was the only interaction I ever had gotten, it would be so rewarding. It was totally worth it, because I got to talk to my dad and have that in-depth conversation about our faith. And not, I almost said it again, but I have also talked to other people. I've talked to people have reached out to me on Instagram, where I'm primarily active on, and asked me questions about the Bible. They've asked me questions about faith, situations like, so what do I do? And I'm able to at least help them out to an extent. Like, I don't have all the answers, and if I didn't have all the answers, I'd point them in the right way that I would think of. But I'd also give them some advice that I think rings true to myself. And so that alone was also very, very rewarding. Another thing I did not expect was I would need a bigger memory card, or maybe just better equipment for doing this. You can do a podcast on your phone, and you can do it successfully. However, as you can see, I have a microphone now. And before, when I started, I don't know if I had a microphone, or maybe I just had the little clip-on microphone. But that is an expense that you need, and it can take up a lot of memory on your phone, just so you know. Another thing that I was not expecting was, and I don't know why I didn't expect this, but I have met some awesome people. I have had people reach out to me. I have reached out to people, and I have just met some awesome people, primarily on Instagram, but I have met some people in person that have come up to me, some old high school classmates and friends and some of my mom's friends, since she does a lot of work by just sharing and bragging on her son and really all of her kids, because she does that all the time and she's way more social media savvy than I am. So thanks, Mom. But I've met some awesome people that have reached out to me, like I said, and have said they really enjoy my podcast, which is awesome. So here's a little shout out to those Instagram pages: Semi-Fit Dad Club, Rad Daddy Woodworks, Rugged Dad, and of course, Swanky Beaver. Thank you so much for supporting me and everything that you guys do with trying to encourage people and inspire people to be a better version of themselves. So thank you. Very fulfilling. This podcast is very fulfilling to do. I really enjoy exercising my brain and sharing what's on my mind, what's on my heart with you guys. It is fantastic. With that being said, though, work has been picking up, and so therefore I'm working a few more hours. And sometimes I'm able to get many episodes done at a time because I have a lot on my mind and I can think about it. Other times I will record an episode right on the wire at about Sunday night before I post it, even though I usually like to try to keep 2 weeks in advance. But with work picking up and my stress going a little bit higher with trying to balance everything between doing this hobby, being a father, being a husband, and work, I do have to take a step back here. I'm not stopping my podcast, but I think instead of every Monday, I'm actually going to post at the beginning of each month. So just one episode every month. Those of you that listen every single week, thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. But in order for me to stay true to what I say and believe, and that is being the best father and husband I can, I do need to take a step back, and my spare time that I do this in, because this, like I said, this is my hobby, my spare time is dwindling, and I need to take more time in order to be there for my wife and my daughter. So I'm going to be posting one episode a month. Hopefully, I will be able to get better equipment soon. I will be able to learn some better editing skills, and hopefully, a lot of hopefullys here. Hopefully, I will be able to be a little bit more organized and have a better put together episode for your listening experience. So I think that's what it's going to have to take there. I apologize for you that really look forward to my episode every Monday, but that's kind of where I sit right now. I don't want to feel like a hypocrite if all my spare time is getting put into doing this podcast rather than being spent with my family. So that's what I had for you guys. I do have a scripture for you. It comes from 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 24 and 25. The grass withers and the flowers fade, but the word of the Lord remains forever. Don't you forget that. Never stop praying, guys. That's what I had for you guys today. It has been so much fun. I can't believe it's been a full year already. But yeah, until next time, I'm the West Dakota Dad. Thank you so much for listening and all your support over the past year.